Curry, a dish loved by millions in Britain, has a fascinating origin story that goes back to the British colonial period in India. When British soldiers and officials arrived in India in the 18th century, they encountered local dishes bursting with rich, aromatic flavors. Interestingly, curry paste wasn't about flavor. In India's hot climate, spices were used as a natural preservative to keep meat fresh, much like how salt was traditionally used in the UK. The aromatic spices helped slow down spoilage, allowing food to last longer without refrigeration, while adding depth to the dishes. Many of the spices we associate with curry, like cloves, cinnamon, and even nutmeg, weren't originally found in India. Cloves were brought from Indonesia, cinnamon from Sri Lanka, and nutmeg from the spice islands of the Banda Sea. These and other spices reached India through British trade routes established by the East India Company, vastly expanding the ingredients available to Indian cooks. The British also introduced chili peppers from the Americas, which added a new level of heat to Indian dishes and became central to many curry recipes. British cooks began adapting the recipes, newfound spices and more familiar ingredients, creating a fusion that would eventually be known as curry. By the 19th century, curry had made its way back to Britain. The first Indian restaurant opened in London in 1810, attracting curious diners and setting off a culinary revolution. British chefs started using spices like turmeric, cumin, and coriander to replicate the flavors of India in their own style. The British also created curry powder, making it easy to prepare curry at home. This blend of spices, inspired by Indian recipes, became a household staple across the UK, sparking a nationwide love for curry. Over time, British-style curries, like chicken tikka masala and balti, evolved, and curry became a beloved part of British culture. Today, curry is considered one of Britain's favorite dishes, symbolizing the long, shared history between Britain and India. From colonial beginnings to modern curry houses on every high street, curry reflects Britain's openness to cultural fusion and flavor. What started as a practical adaptation has become one of the UK's most iconic meals. And that is how the British invented curry.